looking to the sky. Some people would say to accept defeat. Well, if this is fate, then we'll find a way to cheat. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer. But if the answer isn't fair, you know you can call on me when you need somebody. You know you can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. You know you can call on me, call on me, darling. You can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. When you're weary and the road is dark, and I'll guide you with the beating of my heart. And if the cowbreak and the help don't come, well then we'll find a way to dodge a smoking gun. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer. But if the answer isn't fair, then call on me. Call on me when you need somebody. You know you can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down.
What up, what up? What it do?
You know you can call on me, darling. You can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down.
Welcome in. How we feeling? All right. We'll just keep the party going from yesterday, you know? Yeah. G Gamer in the house. What up? What up, Only Band? Welcome. All right. Let's do it. Welcome in. Keeping the party live from yesterday. What do you say? Yeah, good to see you guys. Happy New York session. Welcome back. It's another one, another Friday. Welcome in. Happy Friday, everyone. Good to see y'all. W's in the chat. Let's do it. What up, Cole? What up, DJ Scratchers? Vivian Young in the house. Let's go. What up, Vivian Young? What up, Valerio? Florent in the building. There he is. What up, Wokey? How you guys doing? Welcome in. My clubhouse. There he goes. All right. What up, NK Capital? Ash in the building. There he is. What up, Bashan? Good to see you. 3 ants in the house. All right. What is good? OGH in the building. There he is. What up, Captain? Good to see y'all. Welcome in. How you guys doing? Happy Friday. Good to be back with another New York session. Yeah, let's do it. Why don't we get started here? Let's go ahead and pray real quick, and then we'll begin, yeah? Let's do it. Father, we thank you for this moment in time, Lord. I thank you for the energy that is here. I thank you for all the moments of just lessons and blessings and everything in between that you've done here on this live stream. We thank you for continuing to bless our path and shine a light on our path. And we just thank you for the crystal clear vision. I pray a blessing over each and every individual and their families here today on this lovely Friday. I pray that you would meet them exactly where they are, fulfill their needs. And we thank you for always showing up, always keeping this stream fresh and pure and almost brand new on a day-to-day basis. So we thank you, and I just pray a blessing over everyone here. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, baby. Amen. Let's do it. Let's get the party started. Why don't we begin, man? I hope you and your families are doing well. It's good to be back with you guys Friday morning here, or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at. But let's close this one out strong. Let's put a bow on the week, and let's see what we can come up with here today, and we'll get out of here in a little bit. All right, Let's do it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Today is Friday the 24th, and it's another day for us to really walk that path here today. We can't really get off to the slippery slope too much, right? Otherwise, we know the market will take advantage of us. So let's try and stay on the script here today, try and stick to edge and continue to trade in that zones. As you can see, if you're navigating through rough markets, if you stay trading in the zone, you will remain profitable for the most part. You might not have the best months or maybe the biggest months, but you will remain safe in these markets, and that's what I'll be showing you guys today and continue to exemplify that. So anyways, we don't really have too much news here today. I don't think we have really anything outside of some 945 stuff. So why don't we just get into the technicals? Let's do a fresh top-down analysis, and let's get into it here. You ready? Yeah? Can you guys like the stream for me? Sub to the channel? Cracking excess? Let's get to it, yeah? Yeah? Let's do it. All right, let me move this over here. Philippe is in the building. There he is. What up, NV? How you doing? How you doing? The Holmes brought a pet here today. All right, we're a little early, but we're right on time. So let's go ahead and get started. How's the music? Let me know how the music is real quick, and then we'll begin. Talk to me. What up, Michael? NV, how you feeling, bro? Music good? All right, cool. All right, if it's good, then it's good. Yeah. All right. According to Cole, we're good to go. Cole's representing everyone here. All right, I'm gonna make it slightly lower there. That should be good. The big M is in now too. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate the participation. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about gold here. Let's move over to the charts. Let's talk about the daily time frame and see what we can come up with here today. So it looks like yesterday we did close bearish there on gold. So we're talking about us being in that resistance level and us creating some sort of rejection here, which overall we did, right? We ended up creating that resistance. As we approached the zone, we kind of filled the range here, which was actually really good, really nice on gold's part there. But overall, this candle did close bearish now, so we did get yesterday to close bearish. Haven't had much of a top wick here, right? We've been trying to move down here for the most part of the day. We took buys in Asian, expecting this daily candle to move up, but man, we sniper exited out of it and price just continued driving down. So we'll see. We might actually be able to see price come up and break the highs here in the New York session today, and if it does, I'm pretty interested in those buys. So I want to go see what this looks like. I don't know, this has to be some sort of 4-hour rejection or 4-hour bullish candle or two. So why don't we drop down to that 4-hour time frame and let's see what we got here. So we do have a bullish closure, candle closing pretty much above this range to the left hand side, right, that we have here. So price is currently making a bottom wick. If we can break the highs, right, I think we can see price continue to push up here today, at least into the levels over here, right? So maybe some of these zones over here. That way we can get that daily candle a good top wick. So pretty bullish based off of what I see on the daily, kind of coming back up now, trying to re-break the highs. 4-hour also closing bullish here, so you might get a break of the high after creating that low. So let's go take a look at what the 1-hour looks like. 1 hour is coming up here too, so we've been moving down. No top wick on this candle, so it looks like you had resistance here, kind of closed below there, right? But you got a lot of rejection, so I think we're kind of retesting that range that we came out of, right? We had this range over here from last night and yesterday, and it looks like we've kind of been retesting that zone here, right? Just a bunch of rejections. So what do we know about candles and ranges, right? As long as these candles respect this range right here, price is likely to continue moving up and start pushing bullish throughout the day. So that would line up and make sense with what we got going on in the story that we're talking about right now. So we'll see how we continue to react towards 54 there, but let's drop down to the 30-minute. There's going to be your 30-minute support. Yeah, I mean, any sort of bullish closure at this point probably starts to push that 4-hour candle back up. So I think obviously the best buys are going to be above 64 here today. You have all this clean range here on the left-hand side for gold to move up. Let's take a look at that 15. Yeah, 15 looks pretty choppy here. So likely to use this as my range. Maybe a little bit of an observation zone from 55 into 49 there. Yeah, a lot of wicks out of there. So really don't want any part of this range here. I think if we can get some closures below, right, and break those 4-hour lows again, something like this where maybe price kind of comes down, does some sort of a retracement, right, and then closes back below that zone. So something like this, right, and then we get a closure. I think those are going to be your best sells here today. Something just like that, and then we can look to trade in that zone down here. Otherwise, right, that 4-hour may want to come up, that daily may want to break its own high, and I think if we can get a bullish candle closing above 64 here, right, then that's going to be our opportunity to jump in onto these buys, right? 4-hour candle be flipping bullish, breaking the highs, and that's going to be the buy I'm looking for here today. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but that's pretty much my thoughts on gold, my ideas as of right now, which is 8:23 a.m. So as of 8:23 a.m., I've got buys above 64. I've got sells below 49 here. Yeah, and then below 55 is just going to be just a lookout zone, you know, just observing what happens in there, whether we reject that, whether we create structure in it, don't know, but probably just going to observe this overall zone here. So no trade zone for the most part right here. This will be a bit of an observation zone. We'll make that one blue. And then in terms of the cleanest trading ranges here today, this is your perfect range for the sells, and these are your clean ranges for the buys. So pretty simple here today. Pretty simple. Yep. No trade zone, 4-hour, observation zone, and then clean trading areas right here. All right. So that's that, man. That is that. Any questions? How's your guys' analysis? Is it lining up a little bit more? Talk to me. Yeah. Okay. Great. Same plan. Great. Did you guys have the observation zone too, or what? Talk to me. Be honest. You did. Okay. Great. Amazing. Okay, cool. So without an observation zone, what did you guys have? Did you guys have sells below 55 or 49? Oh, YouTube coming in clutch too, yeah? Same analysis, okay. Sells below 49. Okay, good. Okay, so either way, you kind of, without really marking it, you're just observing that zone anyway. So yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Let's go more and more on point, day after day. Trader development, baby. Trader development. All right, so let's mark it up here. Let's make it look all good for any of the new people that come in. They go, my God, what's up with this guy? He's only got like 2 lines on his chart, you know. So put some lines there. Put some words. Give people what they want. They want the people want a cluttery chart. They go, I don't know what's up with that. It's like, dude, it's just no clutter, you know, just simple stuff. All right, that's it. That is it. Let's put one little one here, and that's our day. Buys above, sells below. Careful in between, and let's have a great day here. Yeah. Let's make this day educational. If you guys got questions, please bring them. Like, I am literally at your service right now, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. I'll use whatever experience I have. I'll use whatever mentorship I've been blessed with to share with you, right, to help you on your journey. So take advantage of these windows of opportunity, right, where you have all of us together. You have an opportunity to ask questions, right, and move your life forward a little bit. Don't just get, complacent coming here every day and just, hanging out, right? I mean, it's cool. I like hanging out too, but, I want us all to be rich, right? I want us all to hang out and be rich and be able to do the things that we want to do and operate off of freedom, not off of, just frustration every day. So let's get it done. All right. Anyways, let's take a look at the NASDAQ, and let's take a look at what we got cooking here. We've actually been taking trades on NQ. We took I took another sample size trade yesterday, and it was actually a loser. So I'll show you guys that one in a little bit, but just sample sizing, playing with little dollar bills and stuff like that. So that's what sample sizing is for. So, all right, let's take a look here, and let's drop down to NQ. Let's see the daily. So daily candles have been ranging, right? So you had a big move down here on the daily, and then we kind of just chopped around. You see this candle just kind of like rejected, and next candle pushed up, and then we created resistance, and then we gapped down, and now we are at support, right? So it's been a little bit of a range game here on NQ when it comes to that daily time frame. Not much direction, right, outside of the top and the bottoms of the range there, but ultimately we're still at support here, right? We never really got a closure below. When it comes to the current daily candle, we really don't have much of a top wick, right? We never broke the lows. We never got a closure below either. So a lot of signs are saying that this candle here can start to pop back up, right? If it starts breaking the highs and begins to make sense on the lower time frames for us when it comes to entries. So let's see how the 4-hour time frame looks. I'm curious to see what these wicks represent on the lower time frame. So let's start with the 4-hour, and let's try and get a bit of a session bias and direction here. So just consolidating. So there's no true direction on this 4-hour chart, which will make NQ a little tough, right, to trade here until we've got some direction. So it looks like you did get a fake out closure below. Price never broke the lows again, like I mentioned, and we pop back up there. So that's going to be a little 4-hour fake out right here to the downside. So we'll see if that makes sense, if that has anything to do with us pushing back up here. But you know, at the same time, we have resistance, right? So we just got to be careful here. There is clean range to the left. So we'll see what happens, but let's drop down to the 1-hour here. So if I'm looking for buys, right, the 4-hour candle's at resistance. It's got no top wick at this point. It's going to be pretty tough, right? So 1-hour has resistance here at 741. We also have support right here at 634, and that's pretty much our 1-hour range at the moment. So anything outside of that is going to be tradable. So 30-minute, you're gonna have to probably adjust that support a little bit, the resistance as well. But yeah, not the cleanest price action here on NQ today. So I think I'll probably stick to like a higher time frame game plan here, which is, yeah, probably closures back above. I think I really want to see how that 4-hour candle closes, because if that one can leave a, let's say it does close bullish, right, and it leaves a wick, where it's so much easier now to go long on the lower time frames when that candle has a wick, right? So yeah, and it's outside of resistance here. So not the greatest place to be in on the 4-hour when it comes to NQ, but I'll hang tight. I'll wait here on the 30-minute time frame, and you know, probably wait for the 4-hour to close, but at least wait for closures back above the ranges here. Yeah. All right. Nasty range on the 4-hour. Nasty, nasty, nasty. All right, let me take a look at the chat. So that's what we're looking for. Pretty simple day. Gold looks pretty good. We'll see if we can come up with any good opportunities, but we did close bullish on that 30-minute candle. We could definitely start to move up here, but you know, nice 1-hour closure is going to suit us best, right, when we're talking about looking for the best trade of the session. So why don't we wait and see if this 1-hour candle here can close bullish for us, and if it can, then we have a good opportunity here at 9 a.m. to go long on gold. So that's kind of my mission and my plan here today. See if we can get something just like that. What's up, Vicky? What's good? What's good? How you guys doing? It's popping. Man, I didn't want to leave Dream World today. The dream state, it was just, wow, insane. Insane. Same plan, only missing the observation though. I had thought about it too. Range, yeah, perfect. You know, I just call it an observation zone, but if you had kind of had that idea too of just observing what goes on there, that's perfect. Perfecto. Would it be possible for you and Rafi to make a guided meditation? I think Rafi could do that. I don't know if you guys want me sitting there like, now breathe in through your nostril. I would probably laugh and just mess the whole thing up for you. So yeah, Rafi's got a gift with that though. So I think we get Rafi to do something like that. I'll mess it up, man. I'm like the kid in class that was always joking around and giggling. I'll just start laughing. So I need to be guided, you know. I don't know if I can guide you into meditation. I'm just maybe when I become a monk later on in life. After that, I'll help you out, but I'm not experiencing that department yet. But Rafi, man, he's just got a gift. He's got a gift for it all. You never know. I might get y'all to start levitating. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes I think about, creating the lifestyle of my dreams and living it for 20 to 25 years and then just going off and being a monk. Yeah, and just bouncing, just glitching the whole matrix, just gonzo. The monk who sold his GT3 RS, yeah. Exactly. I ponder the thoughts, I promise. I do. We'll see. Do I recommend copy trading across multiple firms, like prop firm accounts? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if you got skill, why not multiply it? You know what I mean? So I copy trade. Sometimes I copy trade, sometimes I don't. Today I'm copy trading. I got 4 XFAs like all on one, and then I keep my 5th one. I kind of rotate it. So yeah, I like copy trading. There's also some program that we use. I think it's called TradeSyncer, that you can literally, I think you can copy up to like 10 firms. So it's pretty good. 10 accounts on 10 firms or something like that. So it goes crazy then. Imagine having like 10 Tradeify, 10 TopOne, 10 Apex. I mean, that gets crazy. So I'm saying I want you guys to have the skill. None of this is possible without the skill of trading, right? Once you have it down, man, you can start doing wild things, right? Tying accounts together, and I mean, it can get epic. Enjoyed the vlog? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. It was just a raw footage, just me filming. I didn't have anyone filming, so I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, I'll start doing more of them. We got the New York vlog popping off here soon, so that'll be the next one. We're possibly planning an elite dinner pretty soon, so that one might make a good vlog. All right, let's see. 4 hour with no bottom wick. Yeah, that's fine. I think if we can get a breakout here, we'll break the daily highs. We shouldn't really be coming up to break the daily highs here in the New York session. If price wanted to move down, right? We should have made that high earlier and then kind of pushed down the rest of the day. So the fact that we broke the lows later on in Asian last night, or London, I'm not too sure when it happened, but and now we're coming back up, tells me that this current daily candle may not want to move down today, right? It might just want to pop back up and create support. So dun. Do you have to pay to copy trade? I think that one is like I think you got to pay for that one. Yeah, I'm not sure though. Someone help me out. I'm not sure if that's paid or if that's free or what it is, but it's a pretty good app. I think it's paid. Yeah, I think for some reason it's paid. I don't think it's too much though. Where can I find screenshots of your trades and stuff? The best place to do that would be in the Clubhouse webinars. So every month we do a monthly trade review. So better yet, like in the webinars, you can get me basically screenshots of my trades, me explaining every single trade for the most part, answering a couple brief questions on those trades. So we do a lot of that in the Clubhouse, where we do a big monthly review. We go over the trades, the wins, the losses, the lessons, things we could have done better, things we did good. So that's probably the best place for you to find it. Johnny Gems also does a trade breakdown, like a quick 2-minute breakdown of the trades as well. So those are more opportunities to, look at every single trade that I take or that we take, even Magnus, and basically, any trade in the clubhouse. What do I do besides golf and reading? A lot of stuff. Every day, my day is just a little bit different. I mean, yesterday I was at the pool hanging out. We went to the farmer's market. Every day is a little different. I actually don't read that much. Yeah, not as much as I would like to, or as much as I used to. So I still try and get reading done, but I don't read as much just because my schedule is a little different these days and responsibilities are a little different. But man, before I had kids and all that, my goodness, I would basically read 4 books a month. I was obsessed with reading. I would read at every single chance I could get. Anyone who ever hung out with me or anything back then, they always know I stayed strapped with a book. Always. Pay for it monthly. How much is that monthly, by the way? Trade Syncer. I know there's a couple different options, right? But which one are you guys using? Anna and the kids, they're doing fantastic. I was just having my morning meeting with the team, and we had a great morning. We were all up for a while now, so we all got together and sat down and hung out and sang Kumbaya this morning. Playing the day. Guided the minds, right? Made them strong, made them positive, made them enthusiastic for the day, got them visualizing early, tinkering around, playing with the mind. So it's been a good morning so far. How many years have I been trading? I've been trading almost 7 years. Yeah, actually, I have been trading 7 years. That's it, July. Yeah, I mean, I really started trading late. I don't want to say trading. I really started learning how to trade and learning about trading in late 2018, and then started picking it up in 2019, but still was, just not too serious about it. I'd say mid 2019 is where I started really diving into it. But once 2020 came and what happened, man, with the whole world shut down, and I basically thought the whole world was going on pause for me to learn how to trade. So I didn't have to pay bills. I didn't have to, do all this stuff. And back then I didn't really have any money. I was in debt. My bills were being paid, and I thought the world paused just for me, and I still think that. I like to think that, and I took advantage of that opportunity. So in 2020 is where I really started putting my head in the books and studying trading. But I think it was more so 2021, 2022 where things really started clicking for me. So yeah, it's been a while. You got to realize, gang, it took me, and I try to say this from time to time to encourage you guys, but I didn't make $1 in trading for my first 3 years. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are in their first month, 3 months, 8 months, and you're when am I going to make money? I mean, you could make money today, tomorrow, the minute you really understand how all this works. Now, for me, it literally took me 3 years to kind of understand trading, the business of trading, and the professional approach of it all, right? So, I mean, it takes time, it takes time to learn. So I've been doing this for probably 7 years total. But probably 4.5 years profitable. Wealth charts, you can copy 20 accounts. Oh, nice. I think TX3 is going to be coming up with wealth charts. If you guys don't know about TX3, if you guys remember last year when I was telling you guys, hey, I'm starting to work with this firm and consult them and kind of mentor them a little bit on what to do when it comes to a futures prop firm, that's the firm, TX3, that I kept mentioning. So they finally launched. they're using TradeOvate, but it looks like they're also about to have wealth charts a part of it too. So do I think the volume is different on Fridays on like any other days? Yeah, sometimes Fridays could be hit or miss. Fridays could be just incredible. They could be disastrous, or they could just do nothing. So, but at the same time, like, that's any day. I try not to get too caught up with that stuff. Otherwise, now I'm like playing the game a little bit from a different angle on a Friday as opposed to a Thursday. So I really don't get involved too much with all that. I just I take what the markets offer. You know what I mean? And if they don't offer anything that I'm looking for, I stay out. And yeah, I try not to like think too deep into that type of stuff. Other businesses outside of trading, e-commerce. I help some. I have a partner who basically he has a business, and I just help fund it and get some returns. I do some coaching and mentoring outside of trading as well. I've done that for years before I was trading. So that also is a good business of mine too, where I just mentor people when it comes to either their business or just life in general. So that's pretty good business. I also have a one-on-one coaching business for trading as well. So yeah, I have a couple different things happening outside of trading, which I always planned on doing that. I wanted trading to kind of really be something that gave me the time and the money to start branching out and do other things and have other avenues of income. So thank God for funding companies back then, and the help and all that, and then just learning the skill. Thank God for Don and Raja and these guys. I mean, I really wouldn't be anywhere without some of that direction, especially when it comes to trading and whatnot. So took you 5.5 years to start making money. Yeah, this takes time. You know what I mean? It's like a real business, right? Anyone ever start a real business? Yeah, it takes some time to make money, right? You usually don't make money in your first year, although I know all the other people think you do, right? Oh my God, he's making so much. No, he's just paying for the lights to remain on and the product to be here on time. And, so like people think everyone's making all this money when they start a business, but really I think the average business doesn't even make any money for the first 3 to 5 years. So same exact deal here in trading, right? It's going to take time. Some people do catch on to it quicker than others. I mean, I've had some guys in the elite program and in the clubhouse catch on fairly quickly, where others took 3 years like me, and then others take 5 years. So there's no set number that it's going to take. It's not like you're graduating and it's going to take 4 years. I mean, this is a performance-based business, and you're going to make money when you perform well, and not until then. So that's kind of like what you should probably think about, right, when it comes to just cleaning up your trading and making sure that you're on a path to profitability. It was good for me. Government was handing out money. Government was handing out money. I was dumping it straight into crypto. My goodness, all that. By the way, like I had an insane bull run in crypto. Like a lot of little things came in for me, and it just boom gave me another boost and another big boost. And I'm telling you, when you work right and you're committed and you're still willing to stay accountable and do what others aren't willing to do, even when others aren't watching, you just get rewarded somehow, some way over time, right? So it's like for 10 years I was grinding as an entrepreneur, doing things literally out of the goodness of my heart a lot of times too, and just working it, right? And I didn't know how the harvest would show up, but it showed up in a way that I didn't even realize. So, different things like crypto and all that type of stuff during COVID just really changed my whole life, especially financially speaking. How much did I lose in those 3 years? I lost about 30 to 40 grand. Yeah. So I don't know if that's a lot, if that's a little. It was a lot for me at the time, but that's pretty much what I paid to learn how to trade, and I still pay the price today. I mean, just the other day I lost $12,000, right? So it's not like you're ever really done paying that price. The market requires rent and all that. Just like if you owned a business, you have to pay the rent of the location of the business. Same deal here in trading. I like to look at losses in trading, especially if I'm following my plan and following probability. My perception of losses is simply paying rent. You know what I mean? Just the cost of working in this market is losses from time to time. But again, as long as they're probability, as long as they line up with what works for me, then I'm okay with those losses, and I welcome them, right? Knowing that they're a part of the probability itself. They're a part of the ecosystem of winning. Yeah. Yeah, what up, Jose? Yeah, the best way to start tweaking that is, like I've always mentioned, the management, right? Trade management. So there's a lot of times where, we get into a trade and we get in, and I see you guys. I look at the chat, right? And I see you guys, and let's say my TP's up here. I see y'all talking about, I'm out. Hey, I'm out. Guys, I closed. And, that's all good. You're going to secure profit for the day, but that may not be good long term. Right. And you see me, I usually going to hold most likely until certain TPs, or let's say I was looking for this one, the first one. Sometimes I peek at the chat and I see, some of you guys are out already. Right. By the time like the candle's only right here. So, obviously that's going to vary. Right. My results are going to vary very differently from yours. If you're closing trades here and I'm closing them here, right, and we're managing things differently. So I think it's just a point in the journey where management now becomes a priority to learn, right? Learning conditions, understanding management, understanding sizing into those trades with those conditions, and trusting in that trade. So I think most of the time, like when I look at the actual data, because words tell me one thing, data tells me other, right? Everything. So once I look at data and I see that the trader is kind of doing stuff like that, I immediately know, okay, that's where we're going to separate, where I'm likely to make more money than you, more pips than you, and have much better because I have much better management and just accuracy, so to speak, when it comes to sizing. So all that stuff takes time. You guys should be struggling with that in a way, right? As traders coming up, working towards profitability, that's part of the puzzle, right? That's part of the equation that you have to learn about and figure it out. And a lot of times it's chart time. It really is. It's luckily you have some traders to follow, but a lot of it is chart time, understanding those little nuances. We try and do our best that we can to explain them. But at the end of the day, you have to experience them as well. So I think a lot of it has to do with that. But we can take time and look at data, right, and go over that stuff and see what it really is and see how we can fix it. Yeah, that's true, Cole. Yeah, it takes time. That 10 years basically built everything, and now momentum starts rolling in, right? So once you build that momentum's one of the best things that you can ever come across in life. But momentum doesn't happen until until there's a bunch of consistent effort, right, that's being placed before it. So still on, I'm on, carnivore-ish. Yeah, I eat carbs and stuff like that too. Not too much though, but it's not a carnivore diet. It's more like carnivore-ish. I'll still have pasta from time to time and stuff like that. You're literally just trying to keep the lights on in your business. Talk about, man, Bill's making a whole bunch of money ever since he started that golf simulator. Yeah, right. Bill's behind on the rent this month. Right? And most business owners don't make it out, believe it or not. Most business owners don't make it, right? Through that 3-year chop fest there that they got going on. They really gotta, be on their game. One of the best stories I love is Andy Frisella. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Andy Frisella, but he's got such a cool story too, because he owned a physical location, physical products, right? It's a lot easier now when we're talking e-com and working e-commerce businesses, but man, I mean, just think about owning a physical brick and mortar location. It's not that easy to make money, but it takes time. It takes time and effort. It takes time. Dumping money into energy and other stuff. Yes. That's what I'm saying. COVID made no sense. It only made, the only sense I could make of it was like, all right, we'll slow down the world for you. Your wish is your command. Your advice for self-doubt? Yeah, so self-doubt, it could be very normal, right? Anyone ever experienced self-doubt and willing to admit it, right? It doesn't mean you're weak. Everyone has emotions. Everyone, goes through things like that. It usually just means you're kind of standing in front of or in the way of the vision that you have for yourself, right? So the best way to really beat self-doubt is by just keeping the small promises that you make to yourself every single day. So you don't start off big, right? Someone asked, hey, what does it mean to be a man, right? And I feel like being a man is literally just keeping the promises that you say that you're gonna do, right? The small little promises that you have with yourself. It's just about keeping them, right? That is such a self-confidence booster, man. When you say you're gonna do something and you actually do it. How many of you guys said you were gonna do something and you just never followed through? Just me? Man, I'm gonna go to the gym. Man, I'm gonna get this diet. Man, I'm gonna call my mom. Man, I'm gonna stay disciplined on the charts. But there's never any follow through. So could you imagine how much self-doubt that creates? What is self-doubt? It is doubting self, right? Because if you tell yourself you're going to do all these things, I mean, just imagine if you had a friend, right, who says, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. Let's commit. Are you down? We'll go to the gym every day. We'll switch our diet and we'll stay disciplined to the charts. And you're like, yeah, man, let's do it. I'm down, right? And then you go, all right, cool. 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I'll see you at the gym. So you wake up, but your friend's still sleeping. You go, oh, dude, what's going on? Whatever. I'll forgive him. It's a new thing, right? But then it's time to eat clean, and you're having, some clean, just something nice and lean, and he's now eating SpaghettiOs from Chef Boyardee again, right? And you're like, bro, I thought we were gonna, and he's like, yeah, tomorrow, I got it. But then tomorrow the same thing happens, and the next day. Are you gonna be confident in your friend, or are you gonna start doubting your friend? You're likely to start doubting your friend now, like, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. And now every time your friend says something to you, you're gonna look at it like that, like, he said he would do that last time. He said he was didn't do that last time. He never follows through. So that's the battle that goes on between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, right? Where it's like you say you're gonna do something, but you don't do it. So now all of a sudden, you don't trust yourself. You doubt yourself, and that's where it all starts from. So start following some rules, man. Start making some small promises to yourself and sticking to them, right? An example could be like waking up at the time you say you were going to wake up, following your trading rules, right? When it comes to trading, I don't know, like not over trading, go to the gym, fix the diet, stuff like that. Little tiny things that can start to put you in motion to where you can start to build that relationship back with yourself. And now your mind says, hey, this guy's a winner. Every single time he says he's going to do something, he follows through and does it. So that's what I would say. And don't wait to feel confident, right? Before you move, right? Just move correctly, and confidence will be built through that repetition. And that's That's probably what I would say. New identity, brother. New identity. All through new little tasks, little daily non-negotiables. Yo, what up, Danny Cash in the house? What's goody? All right, we're still waiting here. We're still waiting. Gold not wanting to close above, it looked like. Simple things, brother. Simple things. Drink water instead of soda. Good trading is boring. Yeah, it is. But no one wants to hear that, you know, especially when you're on a live stream, right? Every live streamer you kind of see, or not every one of them, but a lot of them are just probably entertaining you. You know, they're doing that with crazy erratic trades that sometimes win, sometimes lose. You know, it's like a comedy show almost to go viral. But we're really not trying to go viral. We got one mission and one mission only. It's to become 8-figure traders and work towards developing 8-figure traders. We don't really care about going viral or being famous or popular or whatever it is. Never have really cared about that. It's just the right people that we know that the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few, right? So we show up every day and we're here. We're like a city on a hill, so to speak, right? For those lonely traders on that journey, just trying to find profitability, and hopefully, you know, they can find some light over here and start to sink their teeth into what we're doing and not only become a better trader, but become a better version of themselves. So that's kind of like what we're working on, and yeah, we'll keep doing that. That's what we're called to do. Compound effect while cutting the grass. There you go. There you go. Habit stacking. Cuts the grass and learns from the compound effect. Do I still think it will be bullish today? I still think it will be bullish above 64 and bearish below 49. Yeah, nothing has changed for me. Looks good, looks good. Still just consolidating. You know, we're just chopping around. I know we want answers, but market has to give it to us. So basically closures above on bullish, closures below on bearish. Which prop firm do I recommend for instant funded? I would go with either TopOne Futures or TX3 Futures. One of those. They both got good instant fundeds. I think those are kind of my two go-to. Tradeify has a good one as well. But yeah, those are probably the top three. After little money of hard work and no results and stuff, how do you keep yours in check? Well, you know, when you have no money for a while, once you get money, you don't know how to act. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing, right? So fortunately for me, I was blessed with some incredible mentors early on, long before I ever made money. And they were preparing me for how to handle the money when it got there. And I've learned to just have a delayed gratified lifestyle. And a lot of times when you go through that period, right, of 10 years of putting in work with zero results, the last thing you want to do is foolishly spend your money as it comes in. So there's so many things that I can go get and buy that maybe I thought about when I was broke that I don't even want anymore, because I'm like, I worked hard for this, right? For this money. I don't want to just blow it now on this. You know, when you don't have the money, you think, oh, I'll buy this and I'll buy that. But once you put in the work and you've earned it, you start to realize you don't necessarily want everything you thought you wanted, right? And you begin to, I don't want to say hoarder, but you begin to use money a little bit differently. And financial literacy helps out a lot with that. Most people, they think the more money they get, the more money they should spend. And it couldn't be further from the truth. So I've had good mentorship. I've had incredible financial education. And then also the journey, right, of it being so tough to earn that once it's earned, you don't want to spend it foolishly anymore. So you want to guard thy purse, so to speak, and only use it for good, like investments or helping people or experiences or, things that actually matter. So yeah, I think that's how it all came together for me. Little by little, it says in Proverbs, little by little. Yep. Imagine what would happen. I mean, you guys see the lottery winners, right? You see how winning the lottery can actually ruin someone's life. Actually having money could actually ruin your life if you don't understand what money is and how to use it and what it's meant for. So it's not money alone that makes one a success at the same time, but wealth, just read Proverbs, wealth that comes in abundance so fast without much work put in is usually spent really fast. And imagine your 15-year-old kid gets $3 million, what's he gonna do? Wild out with that money, right? But imagine your 15-year-old kid got $5 million, but you saved it until he was 25 or 30, right? And all of a sudden now he can use it a little bit better, a little bit more wise, or maybe you gave him a little bit here and there. So yeah, little by little is probably the best way that wealth is developed. I know everyone wants it all at once, but a lot of times that can ruin you because chances are you can't handle it all at once. So it's when it's earned like that, it doesn't get spent too foolishly. Any insights to the bullish run in the Asian market? You know what? We took buys last night in Asian, so we were expecting price to move up to create that daily top wick, and it did move up a bit, but not. We basically sniper exited out of it. This was the trade that we took in Asian. We actually had to get a little impulse on this, take a fade. Really just had to. We wanted the buys from this area the whole entire session, so we're looking for buys down here somewhere. And we finally we tried to get them here again, and then bam, price ran again on us. So it was like this was the third time, and it was 9:30, and you basically had the 15 wasn't the hottest here, but the 30-minute right kind of closed bear with a big rejection, and price moved down. It kind of pushed up, made a high, and then we didn't set any buy stops until this candle came back down and broke the low. Once that candle came down, broke its own low and nipped the previous one, that's where I set a buy stop. And we got involved on the break of that high. Break even was here at that wick, and then partials was here, and then I took full TP right there. And that's pretty much where price left, and we just kind of went down from that point. So yeah, we took that trade about 9:30 last night in the clubhouse. I thought it was a good position. Yeah, it was risky. It was aggressive, but it was precise. It was at the right time, in the right place, for the right reason, and we really just kind of knew where to get in, where to get out, and how to protect ourselves in that trade. So yeah, it was a good trade. Good trade. Yeah, that was it. That was the Asian trade. Exactly. If you divide 1 million, yeah. I remember Mr. V told me one day, he said, dude, you take all the money from the rich and you give it to the poor. Within 5 years, the rich will have all the money back, because it's a mentality. It's a mindset. What do the poor want to do? They want to spend money. What do the rich tend to do? They invent things or start businesses where people can buy stuff, right? So if the poor people want to spend money, well, the rich people just create things to spend the money on. Does that make sense? So it's just inevitable that no matter what, though, if you give all the money to the poor, the rich will have it back, shortly. Inspired by my morning routine. Yeah, hey, appreciate that. It was like 4:30 in the morning, so forgive me being all quiet and talking like it was morning time, because it was super early. I had kind of just woken up. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out later today. It's a new vlog I dropped. I got some more vlogs coming, but yeah. It's lit. The vlog's on YouTube. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, I'll show you a little sneak peek. Hey. Hey, what you know about that right there? Come on. Trying to make it good for y'all. Woo! You know the morning routine. Yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. There's a little bit of, behind the scenes of some of my time here. All right, y'all. Game time, baby. We got the New York session. Hey. Yeah, check it out. I think you guys will like it. Give it a like. Give it a comment. All right, enough. You guys can check it out later. Holy, we got a melter here on Goldie. Let's take a look at that 4 hour again. 4 hour making a steeper lower wick. All right, what else? What else can I help you guys with here today? Anything? You guys got questions? Anything you need help with in terms of trading, trading business, approach, anything? I am at your service. Which TX3 model do I suggest? My response is typically always the same for that. It just depends on where you're at in your trading. I think if you are, still studying, still learning, the evals are going to be your best friend because you don't have to worry about, it's like if you spend a bunch of money on an instant funded account, you don't necessarily have that consistency yet when it comes to profitability. You might just be making a bad business decision, right, with investing that money there when you can just invest it into a combine or an eval and learn. So one of the guys, I just started working with another elite guy, and I talked about it and I said, look, you got to really do me a favor, and I need you to completely forget that trading makes money, and I need you to look at this as a video game. I'm going to coach you on how to play it well. Right, and then in two months, 2 or 3 sessions, that's when we'll start setting money goals. But the last thing you want to think about is really the money while you're learning, because you're not going to be able to learn. You're just going to think about money. So if you are still learning how to trade, just get a combine or an eval and don't even think about the money. Right, just focus on getting really good at what it is that we do here. And then, you'll start to realize, hey, I'm passing my evals. Okay, I'm getting better, right? So you kind of measure your success with that a little bit. And then, I got a payout, right? And all of a sudden, now it's like, all right, I think I can step up to an instant funded account and start to trade those. So that's kind of the journey I would take if I was going back now. I'd get the cheapest funded account, spend the first year not even focused on making money, and then maybe even surprise myself 6 months through, right, just making money and passing combines. But I'd really focus on that learning stage and trying to do it as cheap as possible. Why didn't we enter Raja's strategy? Probably because I'm not Raja. I'm not sure which one. Impulse trade? I wasn't looking for an impulse trade today. Yeah, pretty much what I'm looking for is buys above and sells below. Anything in between is kind of whatever here for me. Do you have any thoughts on something that reminds you to stop trading after taking a good trade? Yeah, the fact that I made money today. you know? So the fact is, like, when you take a winning trade, you made money that day. You did what like most traders will not do, right? So I end it right there. Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's it. You know, I look back at my pay stub from when I was working before I was day trading, and I worked, I think it was 80 something hours for $1,200. So then I look at a trade that I made $5,000 on, and I go, there's no way I'm getting back in the market. Like, there's no way. I literally just made in a 15-minute candle what it would take me 2 months to make. You know, so I just perceive it like that, and I'm just grateful for that opportunity, right? And that for that to even be possible. So I'm not a greedy guy. I'm really not. You know, I'll take my one trade a day, get some profit, whatever it is, and I'll be able to walk away, because I'm trading to live. I'm not living to trade, if that makes sense. You know, I'm much more than just a trader, so to speak. So trading is just an avenue to where I go get some money, and then I want to enjoy my life. You know, I come here to fish in the pond, so to speak. And once I caught my fish, there's no need to stay at the lake, right? There's no need to stay there. Now it's time to go enjoy, have fun, and, you know, eat dinner later. What up, Ray Slate? What's goody? What's goody? How you feeling, big dog? Can we catch the move in the 5-minute time frame? You could, yeah, you could. Let's take a look. 5 minute. I'm just gonna wait here on the 15. We got 9:15 closing, 9 o'clock closing now. You'll have 9:15 after this candle. If we can do something like this here, right, for 9:15, where we close pretty much towards the bottom of the zone, right? Ideally break the low on that previous candle. I'll look for the buys to come back up in the range, kind of like I took last night in Asian session. So that'll kind of be the vibe here. I'm down to take the buys from down here, yeah, or above there. So we'll see. 4 hours still bullish. We might still come up, right? Could have been a top wick. Daily still not much of a top wick on it as well. So. It's Friday. All right. What are you guys going to do for the next 2 days? What are we to do? This week's been crazy, man. It's been a wild week. It's been pretty interesting. You going fishing? Hey, let's go. Going to Montreal? Let's go. Watching old webinars on your birthday? Yo, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Yeah, very, very important to go through webinars. I want you guys to go through older webinars too, so you can realize I haven't really changed much on a day-to-day. Like, you go back 2 years, I'm basically saying and doing the same exact things today that I was doing 2 years ago. I might just be doing them a little bit better, you know what I mean? Slightly better, because I've got a little bit more experience, right? So yeah, I really want you guys to go back and watch some of those older ones, so you can realize, man, you don't need to change things all the time and switch strategies and switch approaches and all that stuff. Just remember, the same mundane, boring routine that got you paid is going to continue to get you paid. So no need to try and do anything else. A lot of traders, when you hit the big win streak, all of a sudden you're like, yo, I'm the man, you know, anything I do now is going to win. And that's kind of where, like, we fall off the beaten path a little bit, you know, we get kind of beat up a little bit there. Yeah, we got a webinar on Saturday. So, yep, webinars every Saturday in the Clubhouse. Currently on vacation. Ooh, nice. Jason C. Hope you enjoy vacay, bro. Watch all my, oh, nice, Red Eye Trader. I love that. Yeah, if I were you guys, I would take a weekend, go through a lot of my older live streams, gang. I don't know how many live streams we've done, but it's hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of them at this point that you can go back and watch and check out. I would go through my Instagram, go through my YouTube. Like, I try and put out some content that's going to help you in your trading. So I would definitely go back and watch live streams. If you're in the clubhouse, watch all the course videos, all the webinar videos. Like, take some time, like set some time aside. That's like this year. It's July, right? We're going into August. So you got August, September, October, November, December, right? You got 5 months or so to prepare yourself for a profitable 2027. So instead of trying to make a whole bunch of money now, which you haven't made any money yet, right? Why do you think anything would change before you change something, right? So why not spend the next 5 months making those changes? And that way, once the new year comes around, you've now gone through all the webinars and all the course videos. You've sat through the live sessions. You've taken live trades. You've managed them. You've experienced them. Like, just imagine where you can be in January or February, March of next year if you really lock in on that today, all right? And start making no excuses. Yeah, I think we all make excuses where we were very good at starting things, but not as good at finishing them and following through. So if you can make a plan, I mean, just look at the most important people in your life, or the most important things that you want in life. And when you're making your plan, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about some of the things that you're disgusted with in your life right now, that the reason why you're trading is to get away from that stuff, to put that in the rear view mirror, to talk about that as a thing of the past, right? So think about these things, right? When you're making your plan and just mapping out your victory for next year. So it's going to take time. And if you can commit that time and not try and rush that process, I mean, my goodness, by February, March of next year, you're going to be, it's like you're going to be a totally different trader, totally different person. But the work starts now. The work starts here. Not following the plan, being too emotional. Yeah, look, that's the market that we're in. The market that we're in right now is the market that wants to get you emotional. It wants to get you to break your plan, right? That's why I haven't really traded as much. Yeah, not as much here. Really the whole year. I mean, the whole month. A couple no trade days. A few no trade days, couple losses, couple red days, loss here. So one trade, one loss. These were good. These two were good. Yeah, loss here on Monday, loss here on Thursday, a loss on Tuesday, loss on Wednesday, right? Didn't end the day red, but lost trades, that normally would work out well. So I've been trying to keep a limit here. But overall, still trading well, still moving through profitably. It's just, again, and I've been tossed around by these rough seas before in my journey. This isn't my first time experiencing this type of market, hence why I've been cruising, kind of turning things back and trying to stay in the zone when it comes to 1 to 2 trades a day and taking the best trades out there. So yeah, it's not an easy market. It's going to challenge you. It's going to really start to see, hey, are you about your plan or not? And it's okay, because if you're getting tossed around in this market, guess what happens when a good market shows up? Oh, well, if you don't quit, right? If you start learning lessons here, when a good market shows up, you're going to be very, very profitable, or at least doing very well. And then guess what happens when this market shows back up? You'll be prepared for it, right? So you'll remember, hey, I remember the last 2 times the market was like this. Let me slow things down. It's okay to take some losses. Let me not try and do too much, right? So it's again, nothing beats chart time at the end of the day. So probably you guys are most likely profitable traders now. It's just you're giving money back a little bit, and chart time and repetition is going to help with that. NQ trade, yeah, NQ was so last night I sample sized an NQ trade. It actually lost here, so it was this right here on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it was a buy right here, right on the break of that high. We had a 4-hour bullish. Everything looked pretty good to move up. Stops are kept below the lows, and break even was going to be here, and then all that good stuff. And yeah, it just came down and ran down. But nice little onion play. And again, this is just another trade towards our batch, our sample size batch here. Wow, everything trying to head down here. All 4 hours are bullish and everything moving bearish. Crazy. We'll see about this 15. We got 9:30 coming up in about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes here. Red Eye Trader W. He goes, hey, I watched all of your streams from back in the day. And then he goes, I took 3 trades this week. I'm up 2.5K, eligible for a payout next week. Yep. No surprise. No surprise, you know. Studying, putting in the work, right? Learning from others. I mean, yeah. The Elite program currently is not open. So we haven't really opened it much this year. But we'll see. I've been thinking about maybe in a month or so. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying yeah next month, but yeah, maybe next month. We're also gonna be just a little sneak peek, a little hint. Pretty soon the Elite programs will not be purchasable. You will only be able to get in by earning them. So we're coming up with some awesome hedge fund strategies to start working in our clubhouse, and this whole trader development program that now elites, not yet, but probably more so in the next year, elites can no longer be purchased. They can only be earned. And same deal, we're going to have qualifiers where we're going to meet up and stuff like that. We're going to do dinners and events and meetups, and everything has to be based off performance, because that's what's going to help the trader develop, right? They're all going to be qualifiers, so to speak, not off of how much money you made. I don't care how much money you made, right? It's about how well you performed, how well you followed system, plan, respected your emotions, things like that. So we want to encourage and reward traders for not making money but performing well, right? Because we know that performance will lead to the overall success. So I'm talking too much. These are plans for next year, but man, it's going to be exciting. So anyways, I'll probably open the Elite program maybe one time for the rest of the year for the right person or two, and that'll pretty much be it. Yeah, we want to make things no longer able to buy, but to be able to earn. So it encourages one to really level up. There's going to be levels to it too, I'm telling you. There'd be levels to the clubhouse. We'll be rewarding with like trips and events and masterminds and funded accounts, all different stuff like that. One-on-one coaching, trade reviews, everything. You know, one of the, oh yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Dominic said it right there. Like, one of the big companies that I like studying is SMB Capital. I like studying, you know, these big hedge funds that are legit. And, you know, my goal one day is to kind of be like Mike Bellafiore, you know, like Jeff, you know what I mean? Where we're developing traders. We're even coaching traders to, you know, eventually educate others, and it's going to be epic, you know, and everything has to be earned, right, through that performance. So we got something good. We got something good going on. Dun, 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 dun. Andy and Ed Frisella, you know, I was never in that group, but it seems pretty cool. Oh, you're him? All right. Remember, words do a good job, but data does the best. So we want to go off of everyone's data and all that good stuff. What up, Dan? How are you, bro? All right, we got 9:30 heating up here, so we're paying attention to support. Let's see how we do. How do I join the clubhouse? Exclamation point clubhouse, or if you want it bad enough, you'll find it. You know, you'll find the link. You'll go look around. You'll go search. It's not too far. You ever played the hot and cold game? You're hot, man. Hot, 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 hot. Cold, 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 cold. Hot, 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 hot. It's somewhere. It's right under your nose somewhere. There's a link. There's a link there somewhere. If someone's already performing well, why would they want a one-on-one for coaching for improvement? Yeah, exactly, because you still need improvement. You know, someone could be performing well, but very rare do we see them perform well long-term, you know, unless they have some sort of accountability or some sort of coaching, someone that can help with their blind spots. Anyone can kind of perform well for a week or a month, but it's those ones that are starting to perform well for that month that probably need it the most, that extra level, that hey, let a mentor take a look at your blind spots, where the money's going. Is your mindset, is your mentality hurting you? What is it that's keeping you from being more successful or more consistently successful? So those traders, believe it or not, are probably the ones that need it the most, right? When they're starting to catch a little bit of success. Have you ever caught success and lost it? It's almost the story of every trader. So those are the traders that really actually need the mentorship the most, the ones that are on it, but trying to really build that consistency out of it. Changing the brand name? Maybe, who knows? I don't know. I think it will always be under time to eat, but we'll see. You're asking a lot there, Raceway. I would do both. Gather the trades all the trades that you take. So whether it's with me or without me. The other thing I would say is, let's say I take a trade that you don't get in because you don't understand it. I would journal that trade too. I would journal that up as if, and then like if you have any questions about it, you can ask me, you know. And let's say there's a trade that you take that I don't like or I don't take, I would journal that one up too, and just, you know, if you have any questions on it, ask those questions. All right, let's see how we do here. Goldie 930 coming up. Do we pop off on an impulse entry? We might be doing that. So let me set this up. See what the stops are looking like. Yeah, about 65. Yeah, so I'm gonna, not yet, but if we can make a low on that candle, I'm gonna have a buy stop here on the break of the highs. Break of the highs. Okay, perfect. I'm going to have a buy stop on the break of that previous 15-minute candle high. It's going to be a 15-minute inverted celery at 9:30. So we'll see how we do here. Let me get this set up. All right, cool. If we could break the lows, even better before coming up, but that's a pretty good low there, and my stops will be kept below those lows. It will actually won't even be that much, about a 60, 70 pip stop here for like a 80 pip target. Yeah, I probably won't do any, break even or anything like that with 930. Probably going to look to hold up till 58 here. 58. All right, we got 930. We got a lot of volume. We're counter trend trading slightly, but not really, because that 4-hour candle still can move bullish here and start popping up. So that's kind of the idea, is could we get that 4-hour candle to start moving up and maybe even break its own high, right?
Order filled.
Before kind of closing here. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. But I am activated here, so we'll see where price goes. But yeah, partials for me is going to be up towards 58 up here, and then full TP around like 64. Order filled. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. There's a low over here to the left. That's pretty much my stop loss. See that low down there? So a little bit below. We don't have much of a, like, it's not that many pips, so stops are pretty clean here. So it'll be below the lows there. Got a little slip? Yeah, me too. A little bit. A little something. What's up, Johnny Gems? Oh my God, the boys are all here and they're all in a row. I've never seen that happen.
What's up, brother? What up?
How you doing? What's up, Mags?
What's up, man?
What's up, Gareth? What's up, Rafi? I just unmuted them all. It's all of them.
Yo,
Unleash
we're
'em.
here. Happy Friday, gang.
What's good?
popping?
Good to see you guys.
Yo,
Good
yo.
to see you all.
It's time to
How we
unleash.
feeling?
How
How
you
we
doing?
doing?
You guys good?
Hey,
Amazing,
Gucci,
Sir, how about
Friday.
you?
We're here.
Yeah, excelente. Let's get them up. Let's get them. Wow, we got a packed house here tonight. Holy smokes.
It's a Friday.
It's
Pack Friday.
It's Friday. All right, boys. Welcome to YouTube.
Yo, YouTube.
What's up? How is
How we
everyone
feeling?
feeling? What up, chat?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Feeling excellent. Chat's feeling great, right, chat? They're like, right now. You guys feeling awesome?
See this volume. Got clean candles still left.
Yeah, hell yeah. Beautiful,
do, man.
Beautiful
Looks
idea
good.
right here.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, looks money.
Another impulse
All
move
bullish.
over the last 2 sessions here. Damn.
London was crazy, man. We just juiced
Yeah.
up there. No bottom wick on that 4 hour the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, right, man.
Freaking insane. But
I see that.
not even shocking here with gold.
Yeah.
Goldie's on one. Yeah, gold's been so crazy over the last couple days and all that. It's been pretty wild.
Ridiculous.
Doom, doom, doom. I think what we can do too is probably look for a break even around these areas here, which is going to be that previous support. So maybe go break even there and then partials a little push further.
Yeah, lovely.
Let's see what
Looks good.
930 got for us, man.
I like it.
On a
Yeah, looks
Friday.
good.
On a
Give it
Friday.
some. Yeah.
Bullish 4 hour. Everything looks money.
Yeah. But as we all know, this could be a winner or it could be a loser, right? Just depends on probability of it all. So
Absolutely.
never know. There's also, like, depending on what your size is, you have pretty good stops. I mean, your 4 hour, right now we got stops in the 4 hour low, plus below that wick right there. So I think they should be good. But being that we only have like 60 pip stops, you know, if you want to move them lower, like below those lows, that may be best. Just in case you want to protect yourself from any sort of just getting wicked out or something if that breaks the low. Doom, 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 doom.
Right, it's been a while since we see 60 pips.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I was
right?
just
Stop loss.
thinking that.
I know, dude.
I was
I
thinking
know, I
that
see
in,
that.
in the
I see
Asian
that.
trade, we had like 45 pips.
Bro, that was so clean.
I'm like, wait, we're going back? Love that.
Yeah, right.
Going back.
Yeah. Last
was
night
nice.
Asian, we had like 45 pip stops. It was like,
We're
I
back.
thought I was like calculating it wrong. I'm like, hold on here. What's going on? What's
We're-
going on?
We're back with the nice
Am I
ranges.
missing something?
Man,
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's nice
remember
to have
that.
60
45
stops.
pips would be like, stops are a little too steep on this one. Remember that? That was like 2 years
Yeah,
Bro,
ago.
man.
I used to say 50, nah.
Yeah,
That's
I
out of
remember
my
that, bro.
equation.
50. I'm cutting it off at 50. Yeah, man. But it's nice to see those ranges come back a little bit. I kind of like trading in those better, you know, especially when you're trading like the GC chart and all that. It's just a little bit more comforting.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. 10 pips a day. Remember that? 10 pips.
I remember that, bro. Yep.
Yeah, that was last year.
10
actually.
pips. We took partials every time.
10 pips, let's go break even.
Yeah, I remember. We'd be like, all right, cool.
Every
That's our
time,
10.
dude.
We're out.
Yep, literally.
Remember that?
I remember that.
But at that time, you also had like literally, you would have like 15, 20, 25 pip stops. Remember that? Like that was good, the golden era of gold.
Oh, yeah. 930?
Them days that we got empty for you were just looking at blues and reds.
Bro, remember that?
Right, dude. I remember.
Those were good times, man. They really were.
Good times, bro.
W.
All right, gang, I'm going to go break even here on this trade. So risk-free trade. If you guys want to close some partials, that's cool too.
Wow.
Partials can get hit here.
That's partials for me.
Yeah, I might close some
Same.
partials on the live account. Move stops to break even here. And yeah, let's see where we can go.
Patience pays.
Oh,
What happened?
I set up a copy trade on a few accounts and I forgot to select it.
Mm.
Oh, dang.
So I only got this in on one account.
That's all right. That's all right.
Damn.
Yeah, all giddy.
That was a good trade as well. I was like,
Yeah.
I know, man.
All right.
Order
there's my,
filled.
There's
Get
my
it back.
partials. Thank you, Linda. All right, another great impulse move. Kind of reminds us of last night in the Asian session. Just another one here. So full TP for me is
Lovely.
going to be up towards the
Good trade.
highs. And yeah, everything else is risk-free at this point. So we let it run. Great trade if you understood it. Great job. If you took it, spam a W in the chat. If you didn't understand it but want to understand it, I am at your service. So go ahead and start asking some questions so I can break it down for you. Yeah.
I think it's super important to
Let's move
close
on.
there too for the 30-minute 1 hour too, specifically since they're bearish as well, you know. They could come back down. So I think that's a great
100%,
area to
bro.
close.
Yep. 100%. I agree.
Right. Beautiful
All right,
4
nice
hour.
trade. There she goes. There she goes. And we had the whole crew up here with us. Fire.
Yes, sir. Just in time, man.
just before entry as well.
Just
Yeah, literally.
Now
like
you
a couple
vibe there.
minutes before.
Way to do a job.
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah,
run.
Rafa, you're right. That was cool to have 60 pip stops.
There you go. Full TP. Let's get it. I'm outie.
You're out. Great job.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, baby. Friday.
Yeah, the Fridays, man.
Nothing better than a good trade on a Friday.
Look at
No,
that,
Friday
man. The whole
results
game together.
Yep.
We get an impulse with a 60 pip stop loss. Can't make that up, bro.
We really
On a
can't.
Friday too.
No drawdown, just straight to TP.
Can't make that
Don't
up.
mind it.
On Friday too.
Lovely.
Do not
I
mind
guess
it.
Pac-Man ain't out.
Oh, he
Pac-Man
is.
can't do
There
that.
were
Get into
sellers.
this one
There
up?
were sellers involved. He just ain't here for us today.
He's out, but we got our
And-
weapon to
and
protect
guess what?
us,
Now
right?
that
Our
we
trading
can-
rules.
Yeah, now that we got paid, guess who can't get me? Pac-Man.
Chat,
Yeah,
say it
can't
with me.
get
One, 1, 2, 3, lockout.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Say it with me.
Lockout.
Lockout. All right. Now we, like Nick said, no one can get us.
All right, the read on that was money, man. The read on that was money. If you guys took it, spam a W in the chat. Spam a 8 if you're happy to walk away with profits on a lovely Friday. How much money you guys make? That's what I want to know too. How much money you made and what's going on here for you on this lovely Friday? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
How much money you make? A lot.
A lot, my friend. We made a lot here.
Between this trade and
Hey,
trade and
More
Asian,
than
I'm
somebody sitting at an office. I'll tell you that.
I mean-
for sure.
Yes, that's for sure.
between this trade and Asian, I'm up 4K on all the accounts.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
4K
solid.
between 2 sessions. Not too bad.
In less than
Yeah,
24
yeah,
hours,
yeah.
bro.
Not bad. And I messed up this one. It'd be a lot more if I if I had them copy traded. I only got 2 of them on it instead of 4.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
But also, like, whatever with the money, who followed their plan today, really? It's
Hey,
a
we
big-
can talk
big
about a little
question.
money. How much money y'all make? Yeah, we followed
Performance
the
over
plan.
profits, bro.
Sometimes you gotta talk money, you know what I mean?
I mean, who followed their plan, though, most importantly, right?
Yes, most importantly, who followed your plan?
Performance over
And then
profits.
if you did follow
we
your
care
plan,
about.
how much money you made? Sheesh, I got, what is this? About 500 times 4. So 5, what is that? 2,000 plus 11,000 on my life.
Damn.
So it's a big day. A little bit of a big day. Average Friday, you know. But nice job, Gareth. 4,000, bro, between 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Not too
Big,
bad.
I think that's my biggest day for the month. So nothing to complain
Nice.
about. I had a couple 3K days sprinkled out throughout that, but I got a
Well,
4K there.
What did we talk about in our last elite session? About how a lot of those guys at S&B, how do they make most of their money on the month?
I think it was like 5% days. 5%
Yeah.
of the month is their big days. So yeah.
Yep. Every day is almost an average day until, boom, you know, here comes one in
Let's see
Asia,
this
one in
come.
London, one in New York, and all of a sudden that day just becomes one of your bigger monthly, you know, days on the month and ultimately carries most of the profit for you. So another living example.
And that's a trend across full New York prop firms. Like that's not just what
Yep.
Nick's saying or stuff like that. These are trained professionals who
Yes.
it averages out across all their data, not just individual traders.
This is the people who I learn from, who I like to listen to, and all that. So yeah, these guys are the real deal, the pros. All right, let me just mark that up. Great trade. Who's got questions? Anyone got questions on this? I'll kind of explain it in just a moment. If you guys give me just 1 minute, I will explain this in just a second. If you have questions, just get them prepared, and I'll be right back. 1 second.
Money, man. Money move there. Sniper exit too.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, snap it exit, man.
Absolutely. Like I said, that 30-minute 1 hour, right? I think it's important to take profits there. Come back,
Yeah,
absolutely.
come back down.
Yeah,
Great
you know,
area there.
4 hour here, about to close in about 17 minutes. So anything
Yep.
can happen here.
Exactly. Yep.
All you have here guaranteed is that target. That's a clear target right there. And you know, why to get greedy? Just like we talked about previously, you know, find a spot where you want to secure some and execute on that, because executing the trade isn't necessarily the thing. You got to execute also when you're gonna get paid. How many times have you executed beautifully but got zero money on it? Right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's
man.
one of them, you know, you just find a spot and happy with that and do it again, rinse and repeat.
Facts, man. What makes a sound trade is having a planned entry, a planned exit, and a bias, right? And I think if you did all that, had that in this trade, like that's a sound trade right there.
Yeah.
So
And,
awesome.
you know, like we talk about detached sizing, also you gotta start focusing on detached decision making as well. You know, it's like if you found your spot over here and that's where you want to get paid and you executed on that and the thing keeps running and you feel a certain way, you're not detached completely, so you didn't accept that decision as a real solid plan. You know, it's just like you execute on your setup, you execute on your exit, done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it could keep going or it could reverse. So it's just being able, because what I've seen is a lot of people find that spot and then they go into that shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of thing, right? And it's just like you need to let that go as well.
Order
And start
filled.
detaching from look at this thing. I'm telling you, bro.
Wow.
8:45, you know, that 4 hours is about to end. I just feel like for me, 8:45, I don't want to be near in the charts.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
Better be out of this
just gotta
trade.
make sure that all my orders are closed off on the accounts.
That's what I
if we're
did
gonna
too.
be moving like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Always click that exit all positions button.
Right,
man,
you just
it's not
spam the
gonna
button.
Yeah,
Spam
bro,
the
I
button.
just I think I
Clicked it
think I
like
hit
3
it.
or 4 times.
I think I hit it like 13. But yeah, man. And when you think about what is gonna help you out long term, right? Is it gonna be greediness or is it gonna be compound effect? Like what's gonna help you out more? Right. And I think that's why it's important to snag profits consistently in trading, right? To pay yourself when money's available, because you're either gonna compound profits or you're gonna get greedy and just want more. There's always more there's always more you could want, right? And I think greediness, that leads to money just kind of not compounding. And the compound effect is gonna compound your money, right? Make it small wins into big wins over time. So you're just gonna bet way better success long term with the idea of compounding profits.
The
and trying to
interesting
get more.
thing, the interesting thing here is not the greediness, is the reason of the greediness. There is something deeper than that. There is a limiting belief around that. There is something hidden, because when you think about it, the greediness is what really activates everything, and then you can't really control yourself, and you know that you've been greedy, but then it just takes over anyway. So it's just like, it doesn't matter how much you know, what plan you have. If greediness takes over and completely overrides your knowledge and your discipline and everything that you've been working on, we're not doing anything. There's something worth of exploring in there. Your greediness and your fears and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, this is what I believe in, the deepest, the hidden forces that truly affects your performance overall.
Yeah, well said, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, it's the greatest day of my life.
Fire.
Now what? Now what y'all gonna do? What you got going on today?
Hey, stay composed. Stay
Friday,
composed.
bro.
Hey, everyone.
9:47 a.m. Now what?
Now what?
Good
Do
job,
whatever
Chop.
we want, man.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Nice trade there.
Guys, can we
Been
take
waiting for
another
that
trade?
all week.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah, you can buy now if you want.
You actually can take
I think it might. I think it might go up, Nick. I think it's gonna go up.
Hey Nick, can we take a buy now again? Yeah.
Just take another one right there at resistance.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Nick, what's the next setup here?
The next setup is to shut this whole thing down and go enjoy life.
We actually
Remember-
need impatient traders because who else are gonna pay us? You know.
True,
So.
true. Remember, we trade to live. We don't necessarily live to trade. I live to help people. That's why I'll stick around for a while now. But like when it comes to trading, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the week. Yeah, I'm coming back Monday and making things happen again. It's like I think traders just need that. You know, it's like take your win and just relieve yourself of the pressure of having to find another trade and another trade all the way until 5 p.m. today. I mean, my goodness. Like this right here can give people FOMO. Like, all right, I got to find another one now because I got out too early or whatever it is. Like, nah, man. Nah, we hit our
Man, I should have not
parameters
closed my position there. I should have
and-
kept.
Exactly.
I should have held it.
Yep.
People are going to say that.
I mean,
and
you
then-
would have suffered a bit of drawdown there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Would have come back down, yeah.
But, you know, that's what people say, and then they force a trade on the next candle, and then now all of a sudden they went from a green day to a red day, and the battle begins. You know, it's like, no, I can't end the day red now. I was already green. And then you lose the next trade. It's like, I should have just kept the profits on that first one, and all of a sudden, what could have been a great day turns into a blown account, self-doubt again, right? You know, just beating yourself up and shooting yourself in your own foot. So try not to do that. It's a very common mistake of the novice trader, the new trader. So try not to do stuff like that. 1 to 2 trades a day is really all you need.
Absolutely, man.
I think that's the big separation too between like a winning trader and a losing trader. The winning trader is just willing to walk away, like, and the loser trader isn't. That's it.
Yeah. Imagine your boss right now is like, hey guys, it's Friday. Just go home. We'll pay you for the full day. You sticking around? You know what, boss? I'll stick around. You know, I love it here, and I love
Nobody
Stinky
would.
Breath Sally and Fart and Frank, and I want to see what they were gonna microwave today for lunch, and then maybe I'll leave. But you wouldn't do that. Oh, my car wash guy's here. All right,
If
let me
that was the
explain the
case for
trade
me.
real quick, and then we'll stick around for a little while and see what happens. But let's talk about it. So if you guys go back to the breakdown this morning, we talked all about it. You know what I mean? We kind of planned this from the early part of the day where we were looking for the buys based off of the fact that although this candle had closed bearish, right, and you created resistance, this candle, right, gave you a little bit of a sign, right? And it said, hey, it broke down first, right? It barely made a top wick. It started breaking down, and it basically spent all of London session just juicing back up, right? Creating that wick. So the question is, why would this candle come back up, right? If it already had a high, it already kind of broke through, it should keep going down. So if it's going to re-break its high, it likely wants to move back up to create that daily top wick now, right? So just kind of got the sign from this daily candle that price may want to move up today, right? So now, and especially in the New York session. So now we drop down to the 4 hour, and we see here that the 4 hour candle had closed above the range, right? So you had a 4 hour closure, a bullish closure above the range. We talked about this in the breakdown as well, how it didn't have the greatest top wick, but with what we just spoke about on the daily, right, and the way that 4 hour looks, if this candle comes up and breaks the highs, right, 4 hour candle might move today. So the idea now was to anticipate how we can get into buys somewhere down here to anticipate that 4 hour candle pushing back up. So that was the whole session bias today, right? So once we drop down to the 1 hour, car wash guy, car wash. All right, just give me 1 sec. We'll be right up. So once we drop down to the 1 hour, right, we noticed that we were moving down, and we were coming into this level. So we were looking at these areas here for potential just ideas, right, out of like with the rejections and all that, and was really looking for a 1 hour closure above. Now we never got that, right? So we kind of had to improvise a little bit and go down to some of these lower time frames. So if you look at the lower time frame, we were definitely bearish, but the 15 is what really kind of got me. So you had this zone here, right, that we kind of pretty much closed above, right, on that bearish candle. You broke the lows and you closed back above. So now when that 9:30 candle showed up, this is where we're trying to anticipate the volume coming in. So just like last night in Asian session, where if this candle would have just moved up, I would have let it go. As you guys can see, right, when that candle opened up, it didn't really, if it wouldn't have made a lower wick, I would have let that move go. But we did come down, we made a low, we pushed up, we re-broke the low, and then that's when we set our buy stop. Yes, baby. Okay, so once we broke that high, knowing what we know about 9:30, right, we can anticipate that impulse idea of price action now moving back up to retest the zone here, right? And that's pretty much exactly how it went down. So yeah, a little bit of an impulse trade, a little bit of a 15-minute inverted celery, I would call that. And yeah, it was enough to get us paid here today. And that's the idea. You know, that's the only idea that you need to make money. And you can walk away a winner today. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Little impulse, kind of inverted celery, 30-minute impulse trade, but clean traffic to the left, higher time frame direction, playbook setup, and you know, ultimately that was able to do the job for us. So congratulations. Congrats. Any other questions? Any questions off of that? Let me go move my car here, and I'll be right back to answer anything, or these guys can answer some questions too.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Do your thing.
Yeah, BRB.
Got you.
Be right back.
Can't wait till I have a car wash guy.
Yeah, right. I'm washing my car.
Yeah, imagine. It's like fresh detail every couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
That new car smell.
Wow, bro, I love the new car smell. Nothing better than that smell.
Man, that's the best, especially if you have leather in it.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Hell yeah. Man, what happens if your B was in profit, but when price came back, it took you on drawdown? It was probably because the candle moved super fast, so you probably got slipped a little bit. That usually will happen when the candles like move quick. Like quick pushes. Hold or exit long on gold. I would exit, definitely. Get out of that trade right now if you're in the buy.
Yeah, we're tapping up into those resistances now as well.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter if it drives. What matters is that the price is tapping into a rejection zone. And logically thinking, right, a rejection zone means high probability of rejection. So take that profit.
Take the profit. All right, Anna's gonna be the MVP and move the car.
Yo, Jimmy, that sounds great, man. Mashed potatoes with some rice. So I don't know if I'm not having it today, but I do now that you say it.
You can't go wrong with that, no.
Yeah, right. You can't, man.
Hey, we were talking about that when? New York yesterday or Asian?
Some point.
Low key, not a bad combo, especially if you're going to Tarragotcha in Tampa.
Yeah, if I was going there, definitely.
Mashed potatoes and rice.
Yeah, put them together.
Crazy
Put 'em all,
carbs.
mix them together, and what do you know?
Carb it up, bro.
All right, well done here, my friends. Well done. Great trade. That was a full TP anyway right there. Well, little break even here too. So.
The two reads we got today were really, really good. This
They
one
were.
and Asian session, they were really clean, really nice.
All three
Yeah, they were.
trades, but even the NQ sample size position they were all good quality trades.
Yo, Red Eye Trader, that's a great question. How do pro traders handle losing streaks without losing confidence? Well, they understand probabilities, right? I think two things that really helps out pro traders be a great loser is understanding probabilities, right? and detach size, right? They put a size on the trade that makes them detach from the outcome and not need that money, right? And they also think in probabilities, which means that they know, every trade could be a random outcome and that the short-term results are random. The long-term results is where they have edge. I always remember the wise words of Mark Douglas: wins and losses are distributed randomly. So I'm not going to be focused on, being perfect here with my next couple 5-10 trades. I'm more so thinking about the next 20, 30, 40 trades, knowing that that's where my edge is really going to play out. So if in the next 5 trades I'm in a little bit of losing streak, I know that all I got to do is just keep executing because I understand probabilities within my edge. And all right, I'm on a little losing streak here. Okay, let's keep executing. Watch 15 more trades, I'm back up. So that's really the mindset, thinking a series of trades and putting a size on that makes you detach from the outcome. And I can go a little bit deeper into like, you don't want to need money. You don't want to be here and need money, right? So you want to have a big cushion of savings, or you want another stream of income, helping you with that. But I think those are 3 things that could really help you be a great loser.
Yep. And the pros, they handle losses or losing streaks really a lot differently, because they don't treat every single loss like it's like legit an identity crisis. Like a lot of people take a loss and they put it on themselves and they take it very personal. The pros, they understand, like I understand that losing streaks are a part of the business that I'm in. It's just part of the nature of what I do. So remember, the first thing is to protect capital, right? When I went through some of my losing streaks, I started looking at protecting capital. I started reducing my size, slowing down a little bit, stop trying to make it all back in one trade. I think that's a big rookie mistake is when traders go on a losing streak or they take 2 or 3 losses in a row, they try and get those losses back on the very next trade. So you got to slow down a little bit, review the data, right? Just ask yourself, where's the money going? Like we always talk about it, like, what's taking the money out of my profits? Am I following my rules? Am I forcing any trades? Which a lot of times we do as we try to come out of a losing streak. So yeah, just kind of, take some of those things into consideration. Because there's really 2 types of losing streaks. One that is a good one off of like system where you followed your plan, but probabilities just didn't play out. And then you have bad losing streaks, which usually come due to behavior, right? Not necessarily price action or market structure or probabilities or your system. So that's usually when you're chasing trades, revenge trading, oversize, the whole deal, oversizing, over risking, entering early, entering late, breaking rules, right? So that usually tends to come through panic, right? When that trader begins to panic because of the losing streak, they start making decisions like that. So the pros don't panic, right? They don't change anything or really anything at all, right? They first review, they audit. Like I tell you guys to kind of do all the time, like run an audit, run a, what's it called? Like a diagnostic, whatever, like see what's going on, right? And see what's actually happening. Is it your behavior or is it the system? And then you can kind of start making moves from there. But it's normal to be in drawdown from time to time. Just stay patient, keep executing, make sure your behavior is good, and you should come out of it no problem.
Hell yeah, man. A wise man once said, execution is your edge, right? So no matter what happens in the short term scheme of things, execution is your edge, right? So you just got to keep executing for your edge to play out.
And that's where the pros earn their confidence back is through that execution. Like John said, through the understanding that execution is your edge. Most rookie traders, they're going to try and gain their confidence back by making all the money back or something, right? Like, yeah, I got the market today, like, dude, you have no idea what you're in for, right? So it's really about following the system, staying on edge. The goal really during the losing streak isn't to get it all back, right? It's just to kind of survive, stay disciplined, and let the edge, kind of bring your profits back. Good question. A lot of people go through losing streaks. Not many of them ask the question on, hey, how do I handle this? Because, we need help. I went on a losing streak. I had to ask a mentor too. Hey, how do I handle that? What do I do here? What should I do there? Is it me? Is it my system? Right? It was questions. Follow up to that. What's the difference between confidence and overconfidence in trading? Well, that's a good follow-up question. I think confidence in trading is just trusting your system. Overconfidence is when you start to trust yourself more than the process. So like, there's been times where it could be very easy for me to just do some stupid stuff, right? Because there's been times where I've stacked 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins in a row. And initially I can get a thought in my mind like, hey, I'm unstoppable. I could do whatever I want, but that's the overconfidence that I'm trying to warn people about, right? Confidence is, hey, I got my plan. I know what my setup is. I know what my risk is. I can take this trade over and over and over again and accept the outcome, just like you hear us talk about all the time. And overconfidence more so says, man, I've been winning. I'm the man. I could do anything. I could bend the rules. It's impossible for me to lose, right? Like that overconfidence and all that really tends to be very dangerous. So if you listen well, confidence is very quiet and very calm, as opposed to overconfidence is very loud and obnoxious, right? So that would be my definition, I'd say, of the confident trader versus the overconfident trader. The confident trader also stays extremely composed in their losses, where the overconfident trader takes a loss and takes it personal, feels disrespected, and blah, 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 right? And then again, that leads to over trading and over risking. So you really don't want to be too overconfident when it comes to trading. You want to be like system oriented only, like confident in the system. If you guys ever hear me talk, I never talk about the confidence in myself. I always talk about the confidence in my system, because I know I'm not the greatest trader, but when I'm really good at following the trading plan. But if I break the plan, I don't make the best decisions. So what do? I don't break the plan. It's like a former alcoholic, right? Or a drug addict. They're like, hey, if I go back to it, I'm going to screw myself. You know what I mean? It's not going to be good. So they just stay away at all costs, right? So that's what I do when it comes to trading, following my system and confidence and all that stuff. Is if you guys ever hear me when I say, hey, that the system, like today, you guys think I'm so good at trading, but it's really, I just trade a good system. You know, I don't really take the credit for the wins, and therefore I don't take the blame for the losses either. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to jump up and down for your winners, then you're going to cry and pout at your losses. So I don't do either. I just blame it all on the system. So you see how I'm kind of completely out of the equation, and it's simply the system got me that win or the system got me that loss. And as long as I keep plugging system, right, I'll get a very obvious outcome at the end of the day. So yeah, I try and just lean everything on the playbook. Playbook is like I said in that one podcast, my commanding chief officer. And when the playbook tells me to move, I move. When it tells me to stay, I stay. And that ultimately, kind of keeps me grounded.
The playbook is the closest thing to the boss here, right? Like in this job, if we had a boss, the playbook's the boss. And that's how you should think about it.
Yep.
Another way for you to think about it, just to take it a little deeper. When you're confident, you accept that there is a possible negative result in there, but that you have an edge over a period of time. It doesn't matter what happens. You know that you're gonna come back on top and you're gonna survive. Whenever you get overconfidence, now that's an ego-driven ability, right? So now it's like, nobody can stop me. I'm unstoppable. I'm this, I'm that, right? So now at that moment, it's like you have stopped accepting the possible losses. Now it's not an edge. Now it's an ego thing. So for you, whenever you feel like, oh, I'm becoming very overconfident, come back into, there's nothing guaranteed in this game but for you to lose money. Keep that in there. Put that as it is a little quote that you have in there, because that will keep you neutral. A person, just like Nick said, the person who is quiet or whatever, that's a Zen, right? He is always learning. Even if he's being the best, even if he's performing the greatest, he's getting, the more paid, he's getting the more rewards. He's always learning, always willing to see and adjust, right? And this is where the confidence comes in, because that's his edge. He's not ego-driven, he's observing. He's a judge, he's adjusting as he goes. Market changes, he adjusts, but he's always following his plan and his edge. When you think about it like that, now you are closing the door to ego taking over and driving the bus. If you let that happen, yeah, you're gonna get slammed right and left. So make sure that you keep it. You know that there's not a guaranteed here but to lose money, and that you have to get an edge. If you keep that in your front door, you should be all right.
Yep. And that's why it's a fine line, you know, between gambling and being a professional. And if you just choose not to cross it, that would probably be the best, because it's very easy to cross that line. I mean, very easy, right? I mean, one little move outside of your playbook, you know what I mean? And you're now crossing that line, and there's no. Remember, random actions produce random results, right? So now you have nothing to go off of, but collected data, right? When you executing off of like data, now you have predictable results long term. I know we joke about a lot of green, little red, a lot of green, little red, but it's actually not that funny, right? Because it produces that every single month in and month out. Yeah, you're gonna run into some choppy months here and there. That's normal, but notice how my trading is very predictable. You guys know what I'm looking for. You guys tend to see the same results month after month for me from the last couple years now. And you guys also see me show up and do the same thing every day. So that should be encouraging to you, right? I show up and do the same thing every day, and then I get the same results every month. Very similar results every month, right? So what does that tell you? Don't try and do anything different. Don't try and do anything random, right? Rinse and repeat. Keep it boring. Keep it mundane. You know, getting money and trading is boring, but spending the money is awesome, right? It's not as boring, but a lot of people want to be all excited while they're making the money. No, dude. You get excited when you're spending the money, right? To make the money, you got to be a G. You got to be locked in. You know, you can't be, you know, too, happy-go-lucky when it's time to run business, right? But, you know, the money that you receive from trading, that's where you can go out and have a good old happy-go-lucky time, right? But while you're at the desk, it's a very mundane approach day in and day out, and it's really not that entertaining, right? So that's where you got to just learn to be disciplined during business hours, and that way you can reap the reward and enjoy, you know, after business hours.
Now, also think about it, you know, if you put yourself into an emotional state, you're more likely to stay in an emotional state. So if you are happy and excited and all this kind of stuff because you're about to take a trade or because you're making money, you're very quickly will shift from happiness into disappointment, into sadness, into anger, right? Because you're in an emotional state. That's the reason why I talk so much about neutral state, right? Like if you remain in a neutral state, now you are in an observation mode. You're becoming aware. Once you become aware, now you can see the patterns. Now you can break the patterns. It's not necessarily about emotion. So whenever you get into an emotional state, you want to make sure that you get out of it and you stay in a neutral state, because now you are open to suggestion. You're open to awareness. You're open to making adjustments. And that, I feel like that as a performance level, it doesn't matter where you are performing. If you cannot make quick adjustments, you will get hit. So that's something that, you know, for us in the market, every month is going to be different. It's going to change. For you to be able to remain neutral and make adjustments is key.
Major key. So, yep. AA, one drink is too many and 1,000 are never enough. Oh, there you go. TTE version, one off playbook trade is too many and 1,000 over trading is never enough. Oh, that's true, man.
Ricky, so we're spitting. Wait until you come today. I'm gonna be throwing up on all over you, bro. On the Elite Performance Edge. We're starting today, and come with a new notebook, bro.
W.
I'm telling you that.
W. One last question. Hey, brother, keep them coming. You don't have to stop. It don't have to be the last one. But how do I know if my problem is strategy or it's psychology? So another good question. I think strategy is when you are working on your rule-based system and, you know, you're taking good setups, but you're maybe not managing them properly, or you're still learning the nuances on where to enter or how to enter. You know, there is a learning phase in the beginning. So a lot of times traders are going to mess that up. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, if I learned Spanish today or Chinese, or I'm gonna mess up some words. If I start a new job, I might make a mistake. If I begin to play a new sport, I'll probably make a couple mistakes. So that's how you know it's still strategy, like a strategic problem, where you're just trying to just get better and better at the actual technicals of things. But psychology problems always come when you know the system works on paper and you see it play out, you review your session and you look at, hey, this trade would have worked, that trade worked, but you don't execute it correctly on time and stuff. So that looks like, like you entered, you've seen the trade come, you've seen a good entry signal, but you hesitated and missed it. Things like that, right? Where you just kind of stay out of the markets. So it just depends on what you're doing. If you're hesitating or taking random trades, it's probably a psychology problem. If you're trading the system and the playbook, but not getting the system or playbook results, then it's probably a strategy problem where you just, not that you need a new strategy, you just need to learn how to work it better, right? And then that just goes into the details and the nuances of how things work. So that's why, like in the Clubhouse, we have the playbook video, but every single video below that, right, starts to break down the nuances of the playbook. Again, it's one thing to know the strategy. It's another thing to learn the little fine details of the strategy. And that takes years of trading the markets, or it takes, following someone who has gone before you and kind of who already, has laid out the path, right? So you pick which one you want to do. You take time to learn, or you can just take, mentorship, so to speak, in a way, and then be able to, to learn it a lot quicker. So, but they both got to be working, man. They both got to be working. Like, look at this. Like right here, you have the playbook. So you have the playbook video, which is a good, almost an hour long, right, in our course. But then when you drop down, you have all the little details and the nuances of what makes the playbook work as good as it does. So those things you either go through a video section, a course, some sort of lecture, right? Something like that, or you learn that through time, you know what I mean? And repetition. So that's why we created the course for the Clubhouse members, so that way they don't have to spend so much time, right? Kind of learning those details and fine tuning everything. So yeah, that's the best way to go when it comes to just tightening up your strategy works.
And I would say, like you watch this course, and that's just you putting the ingredients together. Now you got to put it in the oven to get it cooked. And that's what you do in the webinars, because now that you know the concepts and you understand them, now you're going into there's a lot of webinars in there about higher time frame, lower time frame correlation. It's just full of gems, and I feel like, okay, so you already know the strategy, you already know the little keywords right here and there. Now go into the whole thing so you can see the broader picture. So now you can actually cook all these ingredients that we just put together, and now you get something. Because if you just go through the course, yeah, you'll get probably 30%. You want to get more than that, right? And that's when you go into the webinars. They're longer and they have more in-depth actually knowledge when it comes to how we do things here.
Yep, there's levels to it. All right, what do you say? Shall we wrap this week up? We said we wanted to put a good bow on.
Happy Friday, man.
I think that's the bow we were looking for. Yeah, awesome session.
Amazing.
Why don't we pause this conversation and let's talk more on tomorrow's webinar about some of this stuff. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do that, bro.
Let's do that, man.
Is it just a trade review tomorrow or the month review?
Let me think. Let me think a little bit, and we'll put something special together.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Month review would probably be next week. So.
Yeah, we'll probably do the trade.
10,
the monthly.
15.
Yeah, I think the monthly review goes down next week. We'll do something different this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. That sounds good. Let's do it.
Maybe Rafi tomorrow. Hey, yo, Rafi's high demand out here. Rafi, they don't even want me anymore. They're like, yo, get Rafi.
It's because he went away.
Magnus.
He went away for a little while.
You guys snoozing over here on the Elite Performance Edge. I've been speaking about it. We're starting today, and it's gonna be an absolute gem. I'm telling you.
So. Is that program still open, or is that completely shut down now?
Nah. It's still open. Still
Oh, it
open.
is, okay.
We're open up today. Yeah.
Oh, you're
We're
opening
shifting
up today.
things
Got it.
around. Yeah, we start today. But we're shifting things around. And yeah, still open. And I mean, you're gonna get the recordings anyway. If you can't make it today, you can still get the recording. I know I got a text message from one of them that not gonna make it today, but the recordings are available, and they will always be. It's something that you get for life. So
I can't remember. Is
excited about
that
it.
like Clubhouse only, or is that, do you give access to everyone that, or?
I want to help everybody. I mean, I spoke about it for the Clubhouse first because that's like it's kind of like the majority of the people that I'm speaking with. But if anybody's in the YouTube or anybody wants to do that, yes, it's available for anybody. If you truly want to improve your performance, it doesn't matter if you're in the club or not. So
Okay,
just put in the work and
where can they find it?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, it's I have a link on my profile. You have all the information in there.
All right,
Pretty
Instagram.
simple.
Go to Rafi's
Yeah,
IG
Rafi
and
Cedeno.
you can find it there. I think you've had a ton of success with that last group, and I've gotten so many messages about that, so I could just imagine how this one's gonna be.
Yeah, this
even
one is gonna be a little different in a better way, and I'm excited about it.
W.
Even to put my own 5 cents in, I did it, and it made a huge difference on my trading as well. Like some of the things that Rafi teaches you about how your mind works in the market is just incredible. Just how your mind works in general. You start to pick little things up as you're going along. So yeah, he did wonders for my trading especially.
Amazing.
Love that, bro. Love to hear. Let me ask you something. Do you get a return on investment?
Absolutely, bro.
There you go. Because it seems
I
like
probably got more in payouts since I left your community.
Bro, it was
much
pennies.
more. Like
it was pennies,
like,
bro.
Like I think you remember when you sent out that little it was like a questionnaire, and I was like, you heard some of my goals there. Yeah, some of my goals there, and then like a few weeks later, it was like smashing some of those goals that I wrote down almost instantly.
Awesome,
so
man.
yeah, between the elite mentorship with Nick and Rafi's elite edge, man, it's like two absolute powerhouses combining if you can get the two of them at the same time. So
Sheesh.
yeah,
Insane, dude.
Yo, and this right here, this is what the Clubhouse is going towards in the future. Gang, like I'm telling you, like I've been doing this for a long time with high profile athletes and clients, and we're just putting it together for people just to have the results that they need. This has nothing to do with trading or anything. It's just a performance-based instinct. That's what we're working on. So it works for a lot of traders. You are one of them, and I have a lot of people that have done that. And it's just, it just comes to a point, if you truly want to perform whatever it is that you're trying to do, this definitely will help you. So yeah.
Love it, bro. All right, I'm excited for the next group and hear some success stories. I know we got a lot of success stories dropping pretty soon, but congrats, man. Congrats to everyone who went through that first with that first group. I know that was life-changing, and I guess second group starts now. So best of luck. I'll pop in there here and there and try and maybe work with the group a little bit, tiny bit, nothing too crazy. I would never want to get in Rafi's way because, like I've always said, I mean, this is the most humblest guy you'll ever meet. The guy, when he says, hey, some of my high profile, like, clients and athletes, I think that goes over most people's head. They don't really know what this guy's talking about. So it's like, he has worked with some of the most incredible athletes you've heard of, right? He just can't say their names, I guess, or just doesn't want to, which I don't blame you. So yeah, take this guy's time, serious. Don't take it for granted. If you're in that program, I mean, that'll change your life. So, go lock in and take it serious.
Yeah, like they say, don't let the book pull you by the cover. We keep it simple out here. We keep it humble,
Yep.
So we just want to work with people, and let's get to work. Let's get the results. And that's all we're about here.
Yes, sir. All right, gang. Hey, if you didn't watch the new vlog on YouTube, go check out the new vlog. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you guys can follow me here on Instagram. Keep up with me over the weekend. Rafi has that link up on his Instagram, so I'm sure most of you guys are following him. And why don't we wrap this week up? Let's call it a day. Great. Thanks, John, Magnus, Gareth, and Rafi guys for coming up here and just speaking some gems from your heart, and I hope it helped everyone here today. So appreciate you guys coming up.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you all being here.
YouTube.
Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Do we bounce out of here Friday with some tunes?
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
we got
do.
you,
Play
bro.
party.
We got
It's
you.
only
Good.
done right, yeah? All right, G.
My jam. Let's get it.
Hey, next TT meetup, y'all gotta come. We gotta have a little dance off, you know what I mean? Chat, love you guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Blessings to you and your family. Love y'all. Peace.
knees can't rise. You feel helpless and you're looking to the sky. Some people would say to accept defeat. What if this is fate? Then we'll find a way to cheat. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer. But if the answer isn't fair, you know you can call on me when you need somebody. You can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. You know you can call on me, darling. You can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. When you're weary and the road is dark, if the calibrate and the help don't come, well then we'll find a way to dodge your smoking gun. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer. But if the answer isn't fair, then call on me. Call on me when you need somebody. You know you can call on me when you can't stop the tears from falling down. You know you can call on me. Call on me, darling. You can't stop the tears from falling down. Somebody to cling to. When you need someone, you need somebody to dry your tears. When you need someone, you need somebody to cling to. Just call on me, love, on me. Just call on me. Call on me. Just call on me.
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream. Against the wave, wave after wave, wave after wave, I'm slowly drifting. My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting away, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God, thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah, 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 yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah. If I take the blame and put it all on me, I just pray that I won't end up lonely. This world will drive you real crazy and out of control. Make you wanna pull out and let them shots go. Had to just chill out, cause I don't wanna slide. Losing homies really hurting my soul. Matter how rough that road, far you go, take it easy and live life slow. Through all the highs and lows, stay 10 toes down like you're digging for gold. God, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah, 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 yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah. And thank you for this life, sorry I complain. The ups and the downs is just a part of the game. It's a beautiful day, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah. Ride through the city, just reflecting on me. While they hating, I'm just keeping it cool. I ain't even tripping, long as money keep flipping and then sticking to me like glue. Before the carjack, I couldn't hit that. I pulled the Akon, she let me smack that. Yeah, I was down bad, but then I bounced back. I took a wrong turn, ended up on the right track. No matter how rough that road, far you go, take it easy and live life slow. Through all the highs and lows, stay 10 toes down like you're digging for gold. God, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah, 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 yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah, yeah. And thank you for this life, sorry I complain. The ups and the downs is just a part of the game. It's a beautiful day, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah.
God, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day, yeah.
Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't talking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Babe, just hit the pedal. If things go wrong, it's just incidental. My bad, never got the memo that you never have fun while you're in the limo. Yeah, you wanna ride in 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my. on my